Hey guys, this is Jordan, and I just wanted to come out with a video called The Unfortunate Truth About Life Skilling in Black Desert. This is from an in-game life skiller on North America, and I wanted to just create a video um, talking about my opinions at the in-game level of life skilling and maybe for new players getting into life skilling. What you have to look forward to in the future. So, first off, these are my life skill levels. You can just glance them. I've pretty much have done every type of content in the game. When it comes to life skilling, I've put many hours into tons of different life skills, and I wanted to give my opinion of the life skilling in Black Desert, or the unfortunate truth of life skilling in Black Desert Online. And I came out with a notepad, and I just wanted to talk about some of the points that I feel lack in Black Desert Online. Um, so essentially, we'll just start off with the very first thing. Levels are pointless after Guru 1. And what I mean by this, by pointless, is there are not reasons to push past Guru 1. There is no Guru 10 recipe, Guru 20 recipe, Guru 30 recipe, Guru 40 recipe, all the way up to 100. So essentially, you do the same recipes past Guru 1 all the way up to Guru 100, which is the new cap of life skilling that came out a couple months ago. And that is very unfortunate. This is a lot of lack of content, in my opinion, with life skilling. A good example of this is that we just came out with a 350 AP spot for grinders, or 340 AP, I believe, is like the pig, some kind of pig area for endgame players to enjoy. And PA also talked about releasing content on raising the AP to like a 350 AP spot. Now, the cool part about grinding is that you have a bunch of different grind spots that require a certain amount of AP. So, for example, 190. Here's a 190 spot. We have a 290 spot, etc. So, when it comes to grinding, you have the motivation to push up your gear because you want to get to the next spot. Whereas life skilling does not have. Once you get to Guru 1, you pretty much know everything. There is no reason to continue to push levels. Why does PA not come out with new recipes? I have no idea why. Now, I've been playing the game for over 5 years, life skilling in this game, and putting hundreds of hours into this game, and it just does not make sense to me why they do not come out with higher level recipes to motivate their player base to push that. I don't see why they couldn't add that. That's my opinion. I've played other games like RuneScape, which I don't have many hours on, but just to use RuneScape as an example, if you want, I'll just do tree cutting, for example. I cut down a tree, and if I want to cut down this oak tree, I need level 15. I think it's level 15 wood cutting in order to access the oak tree. Now, why does life skilling not have that? In order to access that recipe, why are they not extending the levels when it comes to life skilling? They did come out with purifieds for alchemy, so Guru 1 in order to access that, which I think that is a good route to go, but they need to keep doing that for alchemy, cooking, processing, stuff like that. Like, why is there no processing mats. You have to be G40 processing in order to access those mats. That's something that I would like to see. Anytime I see a lot of the grinders getting this content added, 350 AP, 360 AP, 370 AP, 380 AP, and they just keep raising the bar, which is good because then that motivates players to keep trying to push their gear. But when it comes to life skilling, there is no reason other than money. A good example of this would be like, imagine if there was a grind spot where the mob did not change. You had to do the same grind spot, but the more gear you got, the more money you made at that grind spot. Well, eventually your player is going to get bored of grinding that grind spot. It doesn't matter if you raise the silver amount, they're going to get bored because there is no other grind spot to try to motivate that player to reach. Well, it's the same thing with life skilling in this game, where level does not matter, and that's an issue in Black Desert Online, in my opinion. So there's no gatekept levels like G30, G35, G50, 55, 60, etc. Raising the level to access those recipes to motivate the player to want to push to those. So like any new player that comes in, they basically can just do Guru 1 and they're good. They don't have to keep continuing to look forward to anything. Now, recently PA released Harmonies. Now, in my opinion, I think Harmonies should have been for only players that were G40 Alchemy or higher to be able to craft those. So to me, it makes no sense why PA does not go this route, because then you're going to motivate the person to want to push those levels to access that, which makes the life skill a lot more fun, in my opinion. Same thing with gathering and hunting spots. Why wasn't sniper hunting, for example, why was that not a G30 hunting spot? To motivate people to get to that spot by leveling up their hunting, maybe at Narcian. You start there and then you try to get to level 30, and then bam, now you can access the sniper hunting spot. They could do that with hunting, they could do that with gathering as well. With the high-end recipes in cooking and alchemy, they could add gather spots that require high gather level in order to access. This motivates the player to try to push those levels to that level other than just money or mastery. Other things in the game that have lacked, that I've maybe seen in other games, is, for example, why do we not have an active alchemy or active cooking or active processing? They could add mini games to make these active. A good example of this is Brighter Shores. I tried Brighter Shores out, and it has an active and semi-active way of doing alchemy, which I found very fun and interesting. And it was essentially, the active part was a mini game. Now, I know BDO did come out with the mini game for gathering, which I think was great. That's awesome. I'm glad they came out with a kind of fun way to add to gathering a mini game. They could do the same thing with hunting, etc. So these mini games, I think they should add to alchemy, cooking, and processing. I would like to active process. I do not like semi-active processing. Now, they should still leave those options in the game, like semi-active processing, semi-active alchemy, cooking, for people that maybe work at home and they want to have some kind of side thing they can do. But I also would like for players that are active, that want to maybe potentially do these actively and push them faster or more abundant than active. Now, PA would have to then somehow balance the market, but I'm not going to go to that. But yeah, that's basically the lack of motivation, whereas grinding has like 300 AP, 320, 330, 340, right? You have motivation to get the gear so then you can access the grind spot, which I think is great for grinding and PvP. I think that's a great part in the game, and PA is really good with that portion of the game. But when it comes to the life skill side, there is a lot that is lacking. Other things, workers, why do we not have master workers or guru workers with maybe more special abilities? Or if they just want to raise it. So instead of, like, for example, you can craft 4 crates at once with an artisan worker, why not 5 crates at master worker or 6 crates at guru worker? That's something that they could add maybe potentially in the future, or something that I would like to see. Also, I just want to talk about the oversaturated amount of gather mats is absolutely ridiculous in this game. I would like to see more bottlenecks in the game. Going back about 3 or 4 years ago, all the meat was bottlenecked. And basically what bottleneck means is that you're not able to buy it on the market, or if you are to put up a pre-order, it's going to be very slow to get. So you are then able to take the gather tool, and go get the material yourself. That gave me a lot of motivation back in the day to level up cooking, because I had to go get the mat and then could upcraft it. So I would like to see more bottleneck materials, but reasons why to go get the materials so then you can upcraft. And I feel like PA is just oversaturating the market. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, just as an example, I can share like my alchemy storage. Like, why do I have almost 20 million fur sap? Why do I have 33 million maple sap? 37 million pine sap? Why is there this much sap in the economy? It's absolutely ridiculous. So there's way too many mats in the game. Now, obviously, I bought those mats, but that's what I'm saying. The issue is that I did not have to go get the material. There's just so much of it that you can just buy, which makes an oversaturated. It's just oversaturated. There's way too many mats. Also, with the boat content, which I actually enjoy. I like the boat content. I think the boat content's fun in the game. I think PA's done pretty good with the boat and in progression, able to upgrade your boat. However, I think it's a lack of like what to do with the gear other than speed and maybe more weight and more damage, but there's no gate kept content, which is what grinders get to experience, right? 320 AP, 330 AP, you want to get as close to that AP or achieve that AP in order to get to that spot, which motivates the grind side of the section to get there. Why do boats not have that? Why is there not a sea monster hunting spot that requires blue gear in order to do that progression or to do that spot? And maybe in the future they could come out with yellow gear where you can't kill the mobs unless you have yellow gear, making the gear more superior. Therefore, players want to push the gear so then they can access that spot. That's something that I would like to see with the boat content. And in my opinion, with the life skilling and grinding section, this is mainly just like a PvE video. The balancing of the game so players can choose whatever path to whatever goal they have equals more money. So PA has to balance the game. It's unfortunate when it comes to life skilling, because I do stream BDO a lot. When people come into my channel and they ask, well, Jordan, hey, I want to do alchemy. How can I make money in alchemy? And I have to sit there and be like, well, alchemy unfortunately does not make that much silver. This route is better. You'll see it all the time with grinding and life skilling. Which one's better for more money? And so PA needs to balance the game a lot better, so then players can choose any path that they want to go in order to make the money. So that's something that I would love and think would be great for the game, is if no matter what route the player chooses, if they want to go catch horses, if they want to do alchemy, if they want to cook, if they want to process, they should be able to make endgame money. Whether PA wants to make it a level thing, so in order to access that money you have to get to the higher level in order to process the certain material that requires the certain level in order to make that money, or however they want to do it. That's something that I think that BDO needs. Also, things that maybe could be cool, it's just an opinion, training can only access catching T8 horses at G1. So again, making the level matter in order to achieve, in order to start catching T8 horses. I'm just pretending this is like a new training patch that just came out. In order to catch those, you have to be G1 training. Therefore, it's gate kept levels, and then it motivates the player to want to level up their training, and then make silver scale with the end game scale if you're a higher training level. These are just like examples, things that I would like to see in the game. But with the unfortunate truth of life skilling, basically levels do not matter past Guru 1. Now you could make arguments like G35 training is the last level to get the bare minimum role of training levels. That is great. I'm glad they have that. It motivates people to want to push those levels. But I would like to see a lot more of this in Black Desert Online, and I think it would motivate people to want to push certain levels if it accesses them something that maybe other players do not have. Just like with grind gear, if you're already 360 AP, 350 AP, you get to enjoy the spots, whereas all the other players that maybe don't have that gear can access. So that's something that I hope BDO will maybe look into, maybe watch this video. This is my opinion of like a high-end life skiller that has done mainly life skill content. So thank you guys for watching and hearing my opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next one.